Coming to paperback and e-readers everywhere, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewoman in this action-packed, all-new E-Steam series adventure. Pre-order your copy of E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman on Amazon.com today.
Complaining about black women online does not make them change. Now, many black male YouTubers make videos complaining about the so-called ratchet and out-of-control behavior of black women, and they believe that if they make these videos shining a spotlight on that behavior, that this will lead to these black women changing their behavior. Now, others believe that when they make these videos, they are going to go out here and educate the brothers about the out-of-control behavior of black women, but I don't see, after 15 years of these videos, anything having any significant change on the black community. Now, the main reason why things aren't changing as related to this group of black females participating in this out-of-control behavior is primarily because these black males don't see that the more attention you give a black female for bad behavior, all you're doing is encouraging her to participate in more bad behavior. Now, the main reason why these black females participate in this out-of-control behavior is because they are receiving a reward for participating in that behavior. Now, many of the black females that many black males make videos about and watch their videos on places like World Star Hip Hop, what they're doing is they are giving these women the attention that they desperately crave. Now, many of these black females, they really were not given any attention by their fathers that met their emotional needs. And because they did not receive the reward of attention from their fathers that sated their emotional needs, these insecure women go out here and participate in the most outrageous behavior because that behavior allows them to receive the attention that they were supposed to get from their fathers, and they get the validation that they want through things like likes on social media, and they get likes and other attention from people in their direct messages. And because they are getting likes, views, and comments posted regarding their behavior, what that does is it incentivizes that black female to go out here and participate in more ratchet and out of control behavior. So many of the black males, they think, oh, if I go out here and make these videos complaining about this black female's behavior, this will go out here and shine a spotlight on that behavior and let other brothers know about that behavior. But the big problem is that the more you talk about this behavior, the more it encourages this black female to continue participating in that behavior. And she's participating in that behavior because she's getting the attention she desires, and as she gets the attention she desires, what she does is have that incentive to go out here and participate in more reckless and egregious behavior. So a lot of black males are sitting there wondering, well, what do I do as related to these kinds of black females, as related to dealing with their ratchetness? Well, the thing that you do as related to these kinds of females is, if you want to stop this kind of behavior, you've got to stop paying attention to this kind of behavior, because as the women in the community see that this behavior gets them attention, what they do is go out here and want to participate in more of that behavior. So if you want to see sisters getting out here and being positive, we've got to start shining a spotlight on the positive behavior of the sisters to encourage the sisters to go out here and do the right thing. So that's the thing that many black men have to start understanding is we've shined a spotlight on the behaviors of your ratchet black women, your loud black women, your disrespectful black women, your black women who are out here twerking and going out here and posting pictures on IG. We have given these women so much attention that they see it as a reward, and even worse, they're starting to see it as a drug. And as they see it as a drug, they go out here looking to get more attention because it gives them that dopamine rush every time they go out here and get into a fight in a fast food restaurant and it becomes a viral video. Every time they go out here and post some lingerie pictures on IG, or they go out here and participate in some other ratchet behavior, they get rewards for that behavior, and it's those rewards that incentivize them going out here and behaving in an out of control fashion. It's the men who react to this behavior that reward these women, and that's one of the reasons why I just now am starting to say, look, it's time to start ignoring these kinds of women as related to their behavior, because the more I go out here and talk about these types of behaviors, all you're doing is giving these women a bigger platform, and the bigger platform, all that does is encourage the younger sisters out here to participate in this same kind of behavior, and this kind of behavior basically becomes a vicious circle. And as this vicious circle goes on, we have no women out here working towards become women of character, because we're not nurturing those girls to become women of character, nor are we rewarding those women who go out here and do the right thing for going out here and being women of character. Because why should a woman go out here and be a righteous woman if we do not reward the righteous woman? If because every second we get of attention we give to these ratchets and these women who are out here with the Pookies and the Ray Rays, all we're doing is encouraging more women to go out here and participate in this behavior. And that's where the big disconnect is as related to many black male YouTubers. They invest all of their time and money on shining a spotlight on bad black women, when we need to start shining a spotlight on those sisters who are on point, and we need to start shining that spotlight on them, because when you shine the spotlight on the behavior you want to see in your community, what you're doing is encouraging those sisters to go out here and participate in that behavior. And when you reward those women with attention, it has an impact on your community. And this is something many of the black male YouTubers really haven't focused on, because many of them are happy getting all of these views about complaining about bad black women, because complaining about bad black women is big business on social media, and complaining about bad black women gets you hundreds of thousands of views. But talking about encouraging the behavior you want, that doesn't really get many views. But if you want a woman to be a woman who is of character and follows the Most High, then you have to be a leader and show examples of that behavior. Because when you show examples of that behavior, then you have a model for the sisters to follow, and that model is something that they want to go out and participate in, because you're shining a light on it, you're paying attention to it, and the more attention you pay to those who are out here doing what's right, the more you encourage and inspire others to do what is right. So when I look at your black males on social media, the complaining about black women isn't constructive. And the reason why I believe it is not constructive is because, again, over 15 years, all we've seen is an escalation of dysfunction. And the whole thing is that this is going nowhere because complaining about bad black women does not make them change. No, those women are set in their ways. And if you want to go out here and really make change, you have to actually go out here and focus attention on those sisters who are doing what's right. And you have to support those sisters who are out here doing what's right. You can't really focus on those who are already gone. Those women are lost. And yes, you can talk about how bad they are until you're blue in the face, but they're not going to change because that woman was set in her ways when she became about 14 to 16 years old, and that woman is not going to change. So complaining about her doesn't change anything, and the only thing that's going to change basically is the mental health of black men who make these kind of videos and the black men who watch those videos, because imbibing that content over time, that's going to have an effect on your mental health, and it's going to make it where you see every woman as bad, and that's not really good for you. So when I look at many of your black male YouTubers, they're sitting here complaining about bad black women, not understanding how bad it's becoming for them, because sitting here complaining about the bad black woman does not make things change for the better. No, if you want to get anywhere as related to progress, you have to present an example of womanhood that you want to see, because when you present the example of womanhood that you want to see, then women have a model for who they want to be like, you want them to be like. And because women compete for the attention of men, when you focus your attention on the positive behavior of black women, this will lead to a change in the behavior of those who want to get the attention of black men, because the man is the head and the woman wants the attention of the man. And the more you focus your attention on bad behavior, the more you're going to encourage bad behavior. And the whole thing is, this spotlight that black men have presented on the ratchet behavior has led to you having this out of control behavior presented as a norm. But if you want to stop this behavior from being the norm, you have to start focusing on attention on the behavior you want in your community, the standard you want for women in your community, and the model for womanhood you want to see in your community. Because complaining about black women doesn't make them change. No, going out here and being a leader and going out here and supporting those women who represent the ideals you want to see, that is what's going to lead to lasting change in the black community. And it's going to lead to lasting change in between the relations between black men and black women. And once you start going out here and supporting the kinds of black women's behavior that you want, you're going to see an end to the gender war and the building of a bridge between your black men and black women in the black community. And another point I'm going to make is, if we had fathers in the home and fathers in the community, this is going to help shape daughters to become the kinds of women who are wife material. Because when girls see a man giving them positive attention, rewarding them for doing well in school, rewarding them for being there, and just showing them love, this also shapes our daughters and their perception of themselves. Because when your daughter is getting positive attention from you, she doesn't have to go out here and look to a Pookie and a Ray Ray, and she doesn't have to get herself scarred mentally and emotionally looking for love from men outside of the home, because she's getting that love inside of the home. And when she gets that love inside of the home, then she knows to look for a man who will love her the same way her father loves her. And that's something that many black males aren't thinking about. They're not understanding that if you want to get a woman to become a woman of character, you have to go out here and again reward daughters early on. The father has to reward the daughter, and also the men in the community have to elevate those sisters who are out here doing what's right. Because the more you focus on the bad black women, the more bad black women you get. And this becomes a vicious cycle that repeats itself. And as this cycle repeats itself, many people sit here complaining back and forth in a gender war. And instead of things changing for the better, they change for the worse. And that's what's happening right now, because constantly complaining about bad black women doesn't make them change. All it does is change the hearts of many of the black male YouTubers and makes those men dark, bitter, and just as angry as the black women that they complain about. Now, if you want to learn more about the issues of that black women are having and what's keeping many black women single, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS Legacy. Sorority secrets of the goddess next door are revealed in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS Legacy in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.